Hey, what's up, guys? I want to continue talking about the shooting and some of the concerns people are having. Very good conversations I'm having with some people in private messages. Definitely respectful, just back and forth. Here's my view. Here's my view. Here's what I think should happen. Oh, I don't know about that. Did you ever think about this? Just some really like adult, mature conversation. Not the bickering, not the I'm taking your guns. No, you're not. That doesn't solve anything. It's just a lot of arguing. But there's another angle that people were presenting to me very respectfully, and I do appreciate the respectful pointing out of this viewpoint. So I want to talk about it a little bit and tell you what I think. A lot of people are saying that the last video I did, they said, I understand that. I'm talking about the people who are against guns and want to get rid of guns and stuff like that. They respect my opinion on the subject, but what they're also coming up with is they're saying, wait a minute, you're saying there's nothing we could do, there will always be bad people, right? A lot of people feel that the major issue here could be not so much guns. A lot of people, even though they're not for guns, they're saying, all right, fine, you know what, I get it, it's not the gun's fault, it's this crazy individual's fault. So what we need to do is focus on why this person was allowed to walk around. Why is this person who's mentally unstable not in some jail cell or not in some loony bin? And so what they feel that should happen is, instead of getting rid of guns, okay, and these are a lot of people who are on the fence too, people maybe who are pro-gun but really want to see something change. They're kind of like, they're not trying to take our guns away, but they're not trying to, um, not trying to get people more guns. They're kind of like, they're trying to see this from an unbiased position. And what they're trying to say is, you know what, we have to take care of our mentally ill. The problem here with these public shootings isn't guns. That's not the problem. There have always been guns. There haven't been as many shootings. The reason there's more shootings is because we're letting crazy people walk around the streets. So their solution is we need to do more stringent, mental health checks and stuff like that. Perhaps, this is not my idea, but perhaps have when you buy a gun, do a mental health test. Have something specific to show that you're mentally stable and that you're not going to freak out and use these tools as weapons to hurt innocent people. So I mean, it's a logical concept. I understand that perspective, but here's where I have a problem with this whole thing: is that it's a really fine line when you change laws on mental health and stability, and most importantly, what we do with these people who we deem unstable. First of all, the question lies in who has the power to say people are mentally unstable. Then you have the next step of that is what is considered mentally unstable. Everyone has a different opinion on it. How can we get a group thought as to what we all consider is being mentally unstable? Now, the reason I bring this up is because there's two specific instances that I know of just on YouTube alone where innocent people, whether you think they're innocent or not, I feel both of them were very innocent, had big, legal repercussions because people thought they were unstable. Now, when I think of this issue and the possibilities it has, the negative possibilities, I think of two YouTubers right off the bat. I think of Desarty One, I think of Kirk Mosley. Why do I think of these people? Because both of these people, in my opinion, you could differ, but in my opinion, both these people are totally fine, stable human beings. They have strong feelings on certain subjects. But in both cases, these people's rights, their human rights, were stripped because people around them thought they were nuts. So, in Desarty One's case, I believe, I'm not going to get into detail. You know what? I'm not even going to refer to details in either one of these people's cases because I don't really know any of them to be fact. They're just rumors. But in both instances, these YouTubers, who are making videos on stuff that they enjoy, both of them were accused of being mentally unstable, and both of them had their rights stripped. Desarty One, I believe, cops knocking at his door and, took all his guns from him, and go through a process trying to get him back, stuff like that. Same thing with Kirk Mosley, but with knives. It's no different. Someone else is saying this person's not right, and because of the law and how the law is, police force was able to, break into these people's domain, their home, without their consent, take whatever they want, in the moment, seize these people and move them to a facility where they're evaluated with a total just disregard to their human rights because the people around them saying they're unstable. Now, in both cases, both people are fine. It was maybe a misunderstanding. Well, how many misunderstandings are acceptable? You know, how many innocent people, because maybe you get angry and you say the wrong thing in the wrong place or to the wrong person, all of a sudden now there's going to be a law that you're going to be able to be taken away, put in a padded room for the rest of your life. You really skate on thin ice with that one. I do think that if you're mentally unstable, that you need to not be walking around society because you have a potential of being crazy. And you know, there's really nice crazy people. There's people who are totally just mind-boggling nuts, but they're innocent. You know, they sit in their house and they stare at the kitchen table, you know, and flick fake ants or who knows what they do, but they're not a problem with society. Now, when they're mingling among society, and they're mentally unstable where they don't have the capacity to feel emotion like we do. They don't have um, a comprehension of right and wrong. These people are obviously, they pose a threat and they are very dangerous. But my problem is I don't want a new law to make it easier to have innocent people be deemed crazy. That's really what it comes down to. I don't want people, good people like these two guys, to just be thrown in a nut house because of something they may have said once or twice, you know, or something that they feel. They could be mentally stable, but you know, obviously, there's a lot of fine laws that could overpower your natural human rights as a human being to just live freely. So it scares me a little bit. You know, I'm definitely for making sure mentally unstable people who pose a dangerous threat to society are obtained and taken care of properly. But I think that if we really play with those laws, you could open up, you know, Pandora's box with that. You really could create some more room for error in taking normal human beings. Like I said, maybe you're really crazy. Or, that's the wrong choice of words. Maybe you really are mad about something, but you're totally normal, like me. All right, me. I don't think I'm crazy, right? Do you think I'm crazy? Maybe if you're watching all my videos. No, I'm weird, but I'm not crazy. There is a difference. Um, I'm a normal human being. I'm functional in society. I don't pose a threat to anyone, right? Let's say I lose my job and I freak out and I get really upset and I just at the heat of the moment I'm like, oh man, I can kill someone. What if there's some new law because of this shooting incident, because we want to take care of all crazy people? What if there's some law that says like, you know, if you state in public that you want to kill someone, then you're automatically going to be, you know, deemed mentally unstable. You're going to be thrown in a prison cell. You're going to be doing, you know, evaluations for the next month. Is that fair to me? I mean, you know, if they make a law and I'm aware of it, I should be able to stay within that law. But like, you know, it's restricting our rights and it's very tricky. I don't know. So I get nervous when people bring that up. It's a very valid point. You know, the point is, it's not the guns. It's not a gun issue. Okay. It's more of an issue of this person being mentally unstable and how can we prevent this from happening again? Perhaps we can take care of our mentally sick. You know, we can stop them before something like this happens. In this case, a lot of people are pointing fingers at the deceased mother and saying that, you know, she saw signs, she had talked to the family, I guess, and she saw signs that her son was very mentally unstable. Something was definitely wrong there. And then to add on top of that, she had firearms that weren't properly locked up and stuff like that. It was obviously a bad combination of things that resulted in a horrific incident. But I'm for, I'm definitely for making sure that all the nuts get locked up. But I'm just really scared if we start playing with that, we're going to lock up some people who aren't nutty. We're going to lock up some angry people, some drunk people, some people on drugs, and you might be making some mistakes there. I don't know, just a thought. You know, of course, I love the feedback. We'll keep talking about this. If there's any new angle people are suggesting, I love to talk about it further. But anyway, that's just my opinions on it. Definitely for that. I'm just saying, if we're going to do something like that, I think people have to be really careful about the specific wording and what laws are set forth in the future, because I'd hate to see some real innocent people just basically lose their rights as a human being and lose their life because of an action they may take that in reality might not be all that bad. You know, the question is, what are you actually doing? What is your actions, and what, you know, does the result or the that's the word I'm looking for, does the punishment fit the crime? You know, if you yell something that's maybe really bad in the heat of the moment, are you going to be locked up in a straitjacket for the rest of your life because of it? I don't know. There's got to be a balance there. How do you really make sure that people are truly crazy or not? I have no idea. Anyway, that's all. Just some food for thought. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to the comments and see what you guys' feedback is on this. But just still talking, just airing my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. It sure is. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't want to type this all because there's a couple people I've been having this conversation with, and instead of typing that all, I figured I'd just talk. It's easier. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.